In Clifton and Bristol, her Thompson did dwell. She lived with her mother, we know very well.
At Open Storytellers, we tell stories about people who are disabled. We tell the stories all over the place. What I enjoy the most is working in a group, working in front of audiences, grabbing their attention and making them think.
So today is very exciting because we have a visit from the people from Bristol University who are going to be working with Alice and Robin to research the story of Fanny Fust.
I've always been interested in history. It's important to each and every one of us, and it's the fabric of our being.
Welcome, we've just been talking about you. Fantastic. So, can I introduce the fabulous team from Bristol University?
I'm going to be working with particularly Alice from Open Storytellers, who's going to be doing the research side of this project.
He's really nice.
Because you never know with research, and you don't know what you're going to find until you find it.
I'm hoping Andy will be able to help me to find out everything about Fanny, the history, where she went to school, where she lived, where that her parents and are buried, where she's buried, everything.
The history of learning disabilities and the way that people were treated and perceived in society. It's sort of been hidden history.
Fanny is being abducted. It represents people who are disabled in this day and age, who are so easy to be taken advantage of because in essence they are Fanny.
I promised Fanny, I promised Lily first I would be with Fanny the whole time.
Actually today has been the first time that I've met the group and met Alice. Alice has already gone away and found stuff. She's found the parish registers with Fanny Fust's birth records.
The first bit of research that you did, wasn't it?
So it's a bit of an exploration, and it's that process of the exploration is what this is about.
Oh, yeah. Wow. It's just amazing. It's just magic when we
Bringing
saw it.
her to life, isn't it?
When we found out all the details and everything about Fanny Fust, we tell it to the group.
They're then taking another step. They're going out and representing this through drama, through image, through text.
Then we can work as a group to find out how to best perform the story.
That has a whole nother value to it, and that's really exciting.
For the audience in Bristol to be excited, to be enthralled, to enjoy the story, to make them think.
Very well.
This way.
I'm amazed I'm not in the ceiling of how excited I am about it all.
What do we want to do? When are we going to do it? When do we have to get it done by? There will be a showcase in Bristol in October, and what we're hoping is that Open Storytellers will be able to give a little performance then, and we know it might just be a work in progress.
We thought we could do the ballad of Fanny Fust.
I hoped I would find something like a ballad or a poem, but there doesn't seem to be much. But I think that form could be really useful.
We have a certain amount of information about Fanny and about the case itself, but there are quite a lot of gaps.
I've mostly seen newspaper articles, so lots of articles saying the court case has been postponed.
Working with people who know about storytelling is a good way of thinking about how, as historians and as literary historians, we might think about how to responsibly fill in those gaps.
If we've got one workshop on the language and how people spoke, does it make sense to have another workshop on what it looked like in the 18th century? What people wore, what the buildings were like, how people got around?
This is an actual picture of Fanny Fust from 1787.
So Robin's already done illustrations based around this story. One, I think, of Fanny departing on a boat, another one that's based in kind of 18th century Bristol.
This is Fanny and her mum walking down a very old Bristol high street. It went really well because we looked at some days that we might be able to like go off to Bristol and research all the old places that belong to Fanny Fust.
John and Josie and maybe somebody, and Andy and maybe somebody else are going to come and do 2 workshops with us about what to look for in things like buildings. And then the second workshop will be about the kind of stories that happened in the 18th century. So that's what we did, and it was really great.
It was,
Everybody's feeling so positive and excited.
Yes, yeah. When I went to Bristol University, it gave me a snapshot as what it's like to go to university. I've always wished I could have gone to university because my brother had gone to university in Brighton, and it would have been nice just to experience that. It's been really exciting doing the research with Fanny Fust. You need to look at the information and write down the research that joins on to the information you've got already.
Yeah, perfect.
For it to make sense.
Yeah. So what kind of school would it be in Fanny?
I'd guessed a private tutor. If a rich family should have had a tutor come into them.
So what's our next thing? Oh, Fanny Fust Guide to Bristol. Do you want to talk about that?
We've been trying to decide whether Robin would do the pictures of Fanny kind of doing activities in those places, or whether it would be better to have the old buildings and then pictures of how they look today. He's been already sketching sort of pictures of Fanny.
And we've got a bit of a dilemma about how to represent her. But one of the things that we wanted was to enable people to start developing a sense of the style of the 18th century. So that's why Clem's working on ballads, Tim working on music. And so he's been studying Hogarth. These are really fantastic because what you can see is a real development of Robin's style into clearly a sort of Hogarthian, but it's very clearly Robin as well, and I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, these are beautiful, these are amazing.
We do believe there is a painting, a portrait of Fanny, but
in fact, Andy Foyle turned up a reference to it in a catalogue, so it's so frustrating.
Yes.
Celia.
That's the aunt.
Yeah.
That's the aunt of Fanny Fust, who's also called Fanny Fust.
This could be the family that left the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is our consensus then that if we can find out that she's a blood relation, that Robin could probably base a portrait?
Yeah, I think that's
There's a piece of paper all on that my dad did with all the Fusts and the Jenna and the
I think it's in the file.
the tree, because
It's in your file.
okay,
Good.
it would have
Because we, you're right,
it
would be
because
on your file.
it would have been good to have that on the computer to look.
Let's do that as an action plan.
Me and Kay and Jim and the other storytelling group got a bit confused with Francis Payne and Francis Hell, which we thought, well, how does that go?
Francis one is Francis Payne.
Francis Payne.
Francis Payne. She's the one who goes back to the hall.
Auntie Francis.
Then Francis. Oh, hang on.
She had Lisbeth's story, Mum's story, and Fanny's story, and then we know there's another story afterwards.
So well done everybody, team. Thanks to everybody's hard work, I think we're on track.
Ignatius Sancho. He was alive at the same time that Fanny Fust was alive. We are in the assembly rooms. The important people are at this end. Okay. The music starts. You two at the top are going to hold hands and come between the others and then go back to your place. Well done. Alice, you hold Clem's hand. and you direct her to go around you, either over your head or in front. So you're doing a turn as well, yes? So which way do you want to make Clem go around you?
That way.
Okay. And you do the same. Give yourselves a
Welcome to the Fashion Museum. My name's Fleur and I'm part of the Fashion Museum team here at Bath, and we use this room to give access to objects in the collection that aren't on display downstairs in the gallery. So I've got 3 dresses, very lucky because actually I managed to find a wedding dress that was worn exactly in 1787. I thought tied really nicely in with your story.
That looks rather constricting. Can we able to have a...
Yes, please handle them. So these are called stays. We would probably call them corsets nowadays, but they were called stays at the time. And you can feel just how structured they are, and they really change the shape of the body.
Is all I'm going to say.
I wouldn't want to eat very much with a corset on.
You can imagine how it feels to sit down, to try and run or jump or dance.
From the moment they got older, they were treated as an adult and not a child, when in actual fact, the child is a child.
I think it was a very different upbringing for people then, and if you were wealthy, the focus was really on, for a woman, your upbringing getting you ready for marriage, really.
By hand? You would make that. You would make all of this by everything by hand. Fine cotton petticoat. Then you would have this.
Then you would have.
And then you would have the dress. No wonder they couldn't move it.
And then any outerwear that you wanted. If it was winter, you might have a cloak or a coat. Or
Oh my God, I would have had to get up at 6 o'clock or 5 to get dressed and to come into a storytellers looking like that. Do you like to wear those things?
This is silk. You can tell it's silk. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. Whoever made this, stitched this by hand, they would have had to do it by candlelight.
Well, Fanny, you didn't know the roads are going to be the toilets.
Yeah, that is a good question. How would they have gone to the loo with 20 layers of fabric around hats?
Oh, hat time.
And you don't get hat hair like you do now when you put the cap on your head and your hair's all messy.
It didn't get
Well, they look like someone wore them quite a lot. They've got a bit of frayed around the ankle. So obviously this person must have been very wealthy and used a lot to use at them.
I think there may be about to be an abduction of an 18th century heiress.
Is there a postman somewhere? Mr. Postman,
Please take this invitation to the house of Miss Fanny Fust and deliver it to her hands.
certainly.
She sent her agent to follow to France to make sure that the kidnap would not be
Agents, come quickly. My daughter has been adopted by this man here.
Good God!
Do you know where they went?
That way.
That way?
No, over there somewhere. Have you seen this lady? Right over there. Have you seen this lady? Have you seen this lady?
See her in the coffee house.
I thought you did absolutely brilliantly, and it was really putting people out of their comfort zone. And actually that's what I think the event is all about, and it really worked. So well done you.
I love my jobs, but out of everything in the week, the best place I can ever think of probably get into is Icky Storytellers, because I love my performing.
We Misfits, we love fun, and I'm sure you guys do too.
We do.
So let me tell you a bit about the Misfits. As you can tell, we're a bunch of misfits. So what do? Do nothing really. Acting, teaching, having to jump around, exploring.
What we'd like to do is to show you two very short extracts from the performance that we're developing.
My fine police officers, I want you to guard this house. You stand here, thank you. You stand here, thank you. They stay in there, and I go away.
Indeed, monsieur.
No, you stay here. You stay here. You stay here. I go, you stay, they stay in there, you do not let them out.
Don't let them out, let them in. Or was it don't let them in, let them out, monsieur?
No, you keep the bit with the guards we were a bit worried about, because it's kind of like making fun of people with the learning disability.
Wondered if you'd ever faced that same problem and how you dealt with it.
Sometimes we do it in our poems.
Did it feel uncomfortable to you watching?
It made me laugh. I thought it was quite funny.
Yeah, I really liked it.
And the staging of it and the idea behind it. But yeah, it's just looking where the power lies in there.
I think maybe it's because you had the language and you were the lead on it. If Robin was actually taking control of it, so he had the power, then you wouldn't have a problem. Then it would be
That's really helpful.
just
We cannot let anybody out depart, or otherwise exit.
Well, I'm asking to come in to see the master of the house.
I don't know about that, monsieur.
Yes. So right, I wanted them to come in. Anyway, it says you're supposed to keep people in, not let them in.
You mean we keep people in, but we...
Yes, your job is you're supposed to keep people in the house, supposed to stay in the house. He wants to come in.
I wonder if then another way we could do it is Jen brings a letter, he says if you've got to stay there, then Jamie and David move off, and Robin calls them back.
There are two songs I'd like to share with you. I composed these verses. In the spring of your I saw a youth dressed in green and fresh will be within. On his trusty horse, so boldly he did ride, and there passed a fart in him. Oh, and there passed a fart in him. In the spring of your
We're so grateful to all of you for coming as our critical friends, because this is, if you like, a kind of dress rehearsal where we get to show you a work in progress and to get your feedback in order to make this an even more fantastic performance. Because we're taking it to Froome Festival on the 13th of July, and then we're hoping to be able to take it to a lot of venues after this. And at the end of the performance we're going to have a Q&A session with the audience.
Ladies! Stages! I'm sorry,
It's a friendly game. Henry Bellman prevailed on Miss Frances Hawpayne, who was acquainted with Miss Fanny Fust. Through having been...
There's a postgate. And now the change of plan. We could go for strawberries and cream at the Ostrich Inn. You'll like that, won't you, Fanny?
Yes, I love strawberries and cream.
Away now, kidnap! Gentlemen!
Lower the jet!
The port, Mr.
And now it's time for you to ask us questions.
Is it known what happened to the spurious husband at all? Are there any records?
Could it happen today?
That happens in real life to even youngsters and people my age.
When we listened to the witness statements, there were quite a few which were saying that she was totally capable of looking after herself and knew. So do we just suppose that those witnesses were all
Some
right?
of the snippets are from newspaper reports, and some of them are from kind of court records.
What happened? Did she have a long and happy life? Or
She
or
did.
her mother wrapped her
What-
in cotton wool?
What happened was
Her mother wouldn't allow it. Marriage. Marriage? Who's getting married? What?
Another change of plan. We could go for strawberries and cream at the ostrich. That's how I found your daughter, residing at a house owned by...
You're not being carried away against her inclination.
Why did you go to France?
From strawberries and cream.
Strawberries and cream. Strawberries! Boy!